Everyone, in this class we'll try to learn about hypothalamo-pituitary axis. Learning objectives of this class would be appreciate the importance of hypothalamus as an endocrine organ, list the hormones secreted from hypothalamus and mention their functions, draw a schematic diagram of hypothalamo-pituitary axis, understand the functional organization of HPA, clarify basic differences between the connection of hypothalamus and anterior pituitary with posterior pituitary, give brief note on role of HPA in the regulation of pituitary function, and comprehend the physiological basis of dysfunction in hypothalamic syndrome. Hypothalamus plays a vital role in regulation of visceral functions. For its central location in the brain, hypothalamus closely connected with limbic system, autonomic nervous system, and pituitary gland. Therefore, hypothalamus is the main neural structure for the integration of visceral homeostatic mechanisms. Through the regulation of pituitary secretion, hypothalamus plays a master role in the control of many endocrine functions of the body. As the hormones secreted from the hypothalamus, especially released in posterior pituitary, are synthesized in hypothalamic neurons. They are called as neurohormones. Hypothalamus plays an important role in the regulation of endocrine functions. It controls the secretion of pituitary gland. Through the connection with the anterior pituitary gland, it controls thyroid functions, adrenocortical secretion, gonadal functions. Via influence on the sympathetic output, hypothalamus controls secretion of adrenal medulla, that is through hypothalamo-sympatho-adrenal axis. It directly controls the secretion from posterior pituitary. Thus, hypothalamus regulates the function of major endocrine glands in the body. Therefore, the hypothalamus is virtually designated as master endocrine orchestra. So this is the diagram showing the hypothalamus. You can see the hypothalamus below the thalamus. And this is how hypothalamus integrates all the neural and endocrine glands. Okay, so it is going to receive information from the most of the neural tissue, and it is going to convey the same the message to the pituitary and posterior pituitary gland, that are endocrine glands, and it is going to integrate the neural and endocrine functions of the body. So hypothalamus, it is going to receive and give the information to the thalamus. It has to and fro connections with neocortex, limbic system, and the visceral centrals of the brain system and the spinal cord. Okay, and it has its output to the neuroendocrine glands on the anterior pituitary and the posterior pituitary. Hypothalamic hormones are secreted from various hypothalamic nuclei. Hypothalamic hormones can be classified broadly into three categories, that is anterior pituitary regulating hormones, posterior pituitary hormones, and other hormones. So these are the different hypothalamic nuclei: preoptic area, anterior nucleus, suprachiasmatic nucleus, supraoptic nucleus, paraventricular nucleus, dorsomedial, ventromedial, posterior nucleus, tuberomammillary nucleus, mammillary nucleus, arcuate nucleus, and this is adenohypophysis and neurohypophysis. Hypothalamic hormones that regulate anterior pituitary secretion are known as releasing or releasing inhibiting hormones, as they stimulate or inhibit the release of various hormones from this part of the pituitary. The hormones are thyrotropin releasing hormone, gonadotropin releasing hormone, corticotropin releasing hormone, growth hormone releasing and inhibiting hormone, and prolactin releasing and inhibiting hormones. These are peptide hormones that can act on target cells mostly through the cyclic AMP and IP3 and DAG as the second messengers. They regulate secretion from the anterior pituitary. Okay, so these are the hypothalamic hormones which in turn regulate the secretion from the anterior pituitary. So growth hormone is regulated by GHRH and somatostatin. The TSH is regulated by TRH, The ACTH is regulated by CRH. LHFSH is regulated by gonadotropin releasing hormone, and prolactin is uh, regulated by prolactin releasing hormone or prolactin inhibiting hormone, that is dopamine. TRH. The TRH is secreted from paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus. It stimulates the secretion of thyroid stimulating hormone or thyrotropin from the thyrotropes of the anterior pituitary. It stimulates the expression of gene for alpha and beta subunits of TSH in thyrotropes. It also promotes secretion of prolactin and growth hormone. Gonadotropin releasing hormone. It is secreted from the arcuate nucleus of the hypothalamus. It stimulates the secretion of luteinizing hormone. Therefore, GnRH is known as luteinizing hormone releasing hormone. It also stimulates secretion of follicular stimulating hormone. Together, it is known as gonadotropin releasing hormone as it stimulates secretion of both FSH and LH. So GnRH also stimulates secretion of growth hormone. Corticotropin releasing hormone. It is secreted from the paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus. It stimulates the secretion of adrenocorticotropic hormone, that is ACTH, and corticotropin from corticotrophs of the anterior pituitary. It also stimulates expression of pro-opiomelanocortin (POMC) gene in corticotrophs. The CRH promotes the secretion of beta and gamma lipoprotein and beta endorphins. Growth hormone releasing hormone. It appears in two forms in human, one containing 40 and other containing 44 amino acids. GHRH is released from the arcuate nucleus of the hypothalamus. It stimulates the secretion of growth hormone from somatotrophs of the anterior pituitary. It also stimulates the expression of GH gene in corticotrophs. Release inhibiting hormones. One is somatostatin. Somatostatin is a peptide having 14 amino acids. It is secreted from the anterior paraventricular nucleus of the hypothalamus. It inhibits secretion of growth hormone, prolactin, and TSH. Prolactin inhibiting hormone, which is dopamine, secreted from the arcuate nucleus of the hypothalamus. It inhibits secretion of prolactin, TSH, growth hormone from the anterior pituitary. The hypothalamus is closely linked with pituitary gland, both anatomically and functionally. The connection between hypothalamus and pituitary is called as hypothalamo-pituitary axis. Hypothalamus is connected separately and differently with the anterior and posterior pituitaries. The connection with the anterior pituitary is by means of blood vessels, that is portal hypophyseal vessels, and with a posterior pituitary through the neurons, that is hypothalamo-hypophyseal tract. So this diagram showing how the anterior pituitary is connected to the hypothalamus through the portal vessels, okay, and it also shows how hypothalamus is connecting the posterior pituitary through the neural mechanism. So that is why it is called as neurohypophysis. So this is in brief about hypothalamo pituitary axis. Thank you.